Hey, what is going on guys? This is Manit from Radiate Studios, and today we're gonna talk about the Tilta full rig cage setup for the Lumix S1H and why I think this is so important in order to step up your handheld videography performance. Tilta offers a wide variety of cage system pretty much for all the video cameras in the industry. And with that said, in this video, we're gonna go through some of the key features of the Tilta cage, some of the features to show why a cage can be very useful, some of the features that I don't like about this particular cage, comparing with the other competitors in the market like the SmallRig, Kondor Blue, and HCN cage. I also would like to point out that this video is not sponsored. I purchased the whole rig myself, and any opinion I give would be my honest opinion. So let's start off with the setup that I got right here. This is my full rig cage setup that comes in Tilta gray color. This is my go-to handheld setup for commercials, portrait, run and gun or documentary type videos. The cage is built rugged with aluminum and steel, which provides the full protection and fits perfectly with the camera body. The official name for this setup is called Tilta in-camera cage kit C. This comes with a variety of features, and the first thing I'd like to point out is the ergonomy of the cage and the top handle. The cage overall has such a great grip, and I can take the advantage of the top handle by simply holding it with one hand and another hand to hold it from the side of the camera or maybe the front part of the lens, where I can easily control the manual focus, zoom in or out if I have to. With the top handle, I can also switch to sling mode for some footstep shots or low angle shots very easily. For a big camera like the S1H, it makes it so comfortable to use it for a long period of time. The second advantage is related to the heating issue of the camera. After filming for a while, cameras tend to get heated more or less depending on the camera that you're using. But in this case, the cage also can help a lot with not getting in direct contact with the camera body. So you don't have to worry about the heat from the camera bothering you, especially when filming in a sunny day. Accessibility is another great advantage of this cage. This means that you can have access to any port, any buttons easily while your camera is rigged up on this cage. The SD card slot and the battery slot can also be accessed with absolute ease. The next feature is one of my absolute favorite feature from the Tilta cage, which is the safety buttons on the top handle. It prevents the monitor or sound recorder from falling out when attached to the cold shoe on the top handle. So there have been different occasions where my monitor wasn't properly attached to the cold shoe and it fell out. Luckily, my monitor is still doing fine, but in this case, with this cage, I can totally have ease in mind knowing that whatever I attach in the cold shoe will still remain safe. Last but not least, we're gonna talk about the Tilta ecosystem. This means that you can use additional Tilta accessories with the cage to control things like manual focus with the Tilta Nucleus Nano, which can be purchased separately. I can also use the side handle, this one right here, with the Tilta Nucleus Nano for manual focus control by myself in situations when I don't have an additional person dedicated to pulling wireless focus for me. The base on the cage also provides several mounting points when attaching to the camera and the gimbal to more easily fine-tune the balance of your setup. You can also take advantage of the two cold shoes on the cage and two more on the top handle to attach a monitor, a sound recorder, a mic, or a wireless image transmission system. For me, the Lumix S1H provides quite a long battery life to go through the whole day, and I don't really need a V-mount power system for my setup. But you can easily put a V-mount adapter for a V-mount battery and a focus motor on the 15mm rod to the base plate of the cage, which is a must for cameras like the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema cameras. Now let's go to some of the disadvantages of the cage. So the rig is built really great, but one of the downsides I'd like to point out is that the HDMI cable right here with the top handle sometimes gets in the way of the flip LCD screen. This is again not a really big issue considering that you're most likely using an external monitor for the handheld setup anyway. With the full rig cage, you also get a side handle, which is dedicated to Tilta Nucleus Nano focus system. This means it is completely almost unusable if you don't have one of those Tilta focus motors or Tilta Nucleus Nano system. There is no way you can connect it to the camera, or at least able to use it for stop recording button for the video with your camera. However, you can use the side handle in combination with the hand strap or just the right grip of the camera to hold it. Personally, I like to hold it with the top handle for my setup, but I think the left handle is also a great addition if you're holding your camera above the chest level for a long period of time. The last downside of the cage is not having a recording button on the top handle like the Kondor Blue offers. When you have a recording button on the top handle, it just makes it much easier to start and stop recording since your finger is already there. Again, for me, this is not a big issue, but I think it would have been a nice thing to add here on the top handle. So there you have it, guys. Comment down below if you have any questions. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you do, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more contents like this. I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.